Today, after a topsy-turvy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here, as it'll be the Washington Commanders taking on the Denver Broncos. The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are, as we are off and running on EA Sports. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further, as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Let's go now.
Now the second-year man from Alabama, it's Brian Robinson. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up third down. When you look at this Bronco defense, and they've played well against the pass, currently ranked 7th in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
Tressway on 4th down is sent out to punt. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Taking it about the 16. It'll be a 47-yard punt with a net of 40 following a 7-yard return. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10. So first and 10 here for Wilson and the Broncos at their own 22. Now the third-year man back and healthy. It's Javonte Williams. Yeah, he did not want to go down there as he carries tacklers for a solid gain of 9. Now this defense for the Commanders is terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
That's what we were hoping to see out of Williams last season before a torn ACL 4 weeks in ruined expectations that he could join the top tier of NFL running backs. That type of upside remains, though, and Denver certainly prepared to help him unlock it as he returns to full strength.
He'll take this to the 46. The Broncos had 0-1 in the year following the loss in the opener, and they were given a gift of 2 straight home games to start the campaign. Dropped one of them already. You have to figure a split of these two probably imperative.
And they did talk about that with us prior to the game, about how important it is to start the season 1-1, especially with 2 games at home. Because if you go 0-2, hard to make those up on the road as the season progresses.
They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on third. Throwing is Wilson. That's to the rookie, Marvin Mims. And he will have the Broncos first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They've moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely. As one of the better coaches in the league always tells me, on offense, I want their body blows all game long and finish it with uppercuts. Well, here the body blows right now. Just hoping to one uppercut will take care of the end of this drive.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
Well, how about the big guy there showing some agility? He just flowed from his D-tackle position in order to make that play.
Now 2nd and 9.
At the 11-yard line.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
Well, if you're going to have a relay race, you're probably going to pick your backs and receivers to run it, but don't underestimate the conditioning of the offensive line. They're out there just dictating things, staying on the field, and keeping a long drive going.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Javonte Williams. His second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Broncos will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Joseph connects on the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. And he doesn't even get this to the 10. He's taken down at the 9.
Washington takes over 1st and 10 at their own 9-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
Powell. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. It's a gain of 35.
I'm pretty sure any quarterback will tell you it's nice to have a tight end that can stretch the field. And how about him right there, working in the heart of the defense, and they connect on a very nice play downfield, a combination of talent and toughness to go into the briar patch.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. You look at this Bronco defense, and they played well against the pass, currently ranked 7th in the NFL.
And since this is such a good unit of covering passes downfield, I think that last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of short passes, see if they can generate some run after the catch, but nothing doing on that one.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely, just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. And this is caught at the 20. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. One heck of a third down conversion, 33 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Powell's throw into the hands of McLaurin. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that's going to bring up second down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 12-yard line.
Second down on the run by Robinson. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6.
The tackle made at the 6-yard line. First and goal.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
At the end of the first quarter, with the score, Broncos 7, Commanders 0.
Powell down to throw it. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. And it's second down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far. But on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Second down. Howell now. This is caught. 5 yards that time on the completion. And now it's third and goal. Powell, third and goal. Touchdown, Washington. Byron Pringle, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Commanders go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Here's Wilson to throw. Open man, he completes it to Judy. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. That's going to be caught by Judy. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Another first down as they call his number again. He's got 15 yards here. Play action. It's Wilson. And this one nearly picked off. Kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's 2nd down. Wilson will throw again. And he comes back with one complete. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 27-yard line. Play action. Now Wilson. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Here's 2nd and 10. Up the middle, it's Williams. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry, and they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Now it's Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. They're going on 4th down. It's Wilson. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. Picked off by Benjamin St-Juste. And the Commanders are going to have it here just past the 25. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
They'll go play action. Howell. And that's going to be incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Here's Howell. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. And he will bring this across midfield to the 49-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
This one swung out to Williams.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. They give it to Williams, running right. Trucks over him. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down.
Now a 2nd and 10. From the gun, he'll hand this off. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Touch 50, touch 50. Good touch.
On 3rd down, they'll try to run for it on the ball. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit.
And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Tyler Bailey, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Broncos will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Joseph connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. Byron Pringle now to return it. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get in the field goal range. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Nothing open downfield. He had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw, trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked up by Justin Simmons. And the return will stop right around the 25.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
After the interception, here's Wilson. And this one nearly picked off. Kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's 2nd down. Here's Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
And he'll get nothing out of that one. So no gain on the play. They'll decline the penalty to not give him the down back.
And were you thinking to yourself that maybe they would take the yardage there? Because I was. I definitely was. But as you noted, maybe they're just looking at the downs chart and saying, okay, we're comfortable where we are.
Joseph's got it. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So the interception setting up a terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The clock showing just 16 seconds till the half as they line up 1st and 10. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And some space here. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. They get 17 there. Good for a Commanders first down. And Howe will throw it. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
He's going to throw one up for the end zone. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. A 10-point game, 17-7 the score as we get back to it on EA Sports. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
They're on the 17-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
On 3rd down, Wilson. Flush to his right. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one good for 24 yards.
Now that's all about making something happen as a quarterback because instead of forcing something on 3rd down, how about him buying some time outside of the pocket, waiting for someone to come open, and when he did, he put it on him for a big play and a first down.
70 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. 2nd down and a yard.
At their 49-yard line.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead. Things looking much rosier for them here in week 2. They work with the lead as they've got it 1st and 10. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. How about Jonathan Allen there pushing upfield to make the stop behind the line? So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. And he will find his man Sutton. That's complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Wilson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 9 yards yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Greg Dulcich, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Broncos take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Joseph connects on the extra point, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. From his end zone is Byron Pringle. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Washington takes over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They begin the drive with Robinson. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. Big yardage that time for Washington, 53 yards. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's first and 10. And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. Picked off by Drew Sanders. And the Broncos are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. Wilson and the Broncos now with a first and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Off play action. Wilson. He completes this to Sutton. Room to maneuver at the 35. And down to the 27-yard line. A huge play there for Denver. 45 yards.
Another big play right there, and this is where, as an offense, you can really put the hammer down. You've got a double-digit lead, but those other guys, they've been hanging around. A touchdown here could put this game out of reach, and that's a strong step towards getting it done.
80 yards rushing for him now to this point.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. They run, it's Williams. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. And quickly, they get to the line. And movement by one of the Broncos up front, and in comes the flag. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Hands it off out of the gun. And he'll be taken down after a decent gain, and that will bring us to the end on this third quarter of play. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Now a 2nd and 6. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. Here's Greg Joseph now to try the field goal. The kick by Joseph is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things. They got his man complete. A huge play there for Washington. 43 yards. But defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
Those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where, as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution, even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
And once more, Howell back to the air. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And I do believe this is going to wind up a safety. It is. It's a safety. How about that for a wacky play? Wow, what a disaster. You talk about a guy making a good play on the interception and then just trying to be too cute on the return.
It almost felt like his own gyroscope really got out of whack, didn't it? Going backwards into your own end zone after such a great...
Johnson, oh, it's poke free. Football is held. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something
Heads up.
to make it pass.
And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. Well, there's 2 sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough. But, man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it, and I think about it awfully hard. But also, you might want to look into his eyes, see what he has. He might be one of those players that you don't want to affect his confidence by actually pulling him out of the game. So you have to know your player. You have to know the situation.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Now a man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Williams. And he will have the Broncos first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game.
That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
2nd down and 6 now from the 26. A toss to the wide side. This is Williams. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. Backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Here's Wilson. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
Greg Joseph on for the field goal. A 49-yard attempt.
Joseph's got it. And that will extend their lead even further. Well, they're able to come away with the interception, Charles. They aren't able to move the ball all that much. However, they do get 3 out of it with a field goal.
Yeah, and anytime you do force a turnover, you have to come out of it with points. Everybody wants 6. They'll take the 3 there. Now it's their opportunity to do it again.
From the end zone, here's Pringle. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Back to throw, Howell. And the Broncos get there and take him down. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Howell from the gun. To the right side and complete to Thomas. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Looks like they're going to keep throwing to the bitter end. This one's long since over, but give them credit. They're going to go down fighting. That one, incomplete.
Now Howell. He stiff arms him, and Thomas has it. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 28. Howell looking to throw again. Letting one go deep for the end zone. Oh, he had a man open. He overshot him. It's incomplete.
And there, even if you've got to take something off that throw so that he slows down to catch it, that's far more preferable than what happened there. A big miss on what should have been a touchdown.
Looking for McLaurin, and he's got it. Touchdown, Washington. A great play there. 28 yards. And the Commanders have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And the lead will be cut down to 14. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to 9. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Oh, Wilson going to throw. Steps away to his left. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for third down.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
But, Charles, a very simple mission anytime that you play on your home turf, and that is to defend your home turf. And today, that mission was accomplished.
Look, every offseason, every preseason, the head coach goes in front of the team and says, the mission for the season, defend our home field every time, split on the road, and we'll be in the playoffs. That's why defending the home field is vital.
So for the